All right, guys, we are back. It is the MLG Pro Scrims. I'm Chris Bucket, joined by Revan. We got FaZe versus Impact tonight, the best of 11. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Can't wait to get this series started. And Revan, we got to know about the game types, man. What are the game modes we're going to be seeing this evening?
All right, well, to kick things off, we're going to everybody's favorite map. It's going to be Standoff Hardpoint. And this is going to be a big battle. I'm going to be looking at the rotations of these two teams because Standoff, it's all about rotating earlier than your opponent. And I think we're going to see some cool steps from these teams and the proper times to rotate.
Who do you think is going to have the stronger anchor here? Is it Replays or is it Parasite?
I think Parasite's definitely the stronger anchor here, but the submachine gun gameplay from both these teams are so even. I mean, you have Huddle, he's the roaming slayer. He can kill everything in his sight, but also can miracles. And then you have John, who's really good online, as everybody says. I mean, I really don't know who to give this one to.
All right, so Hardpoints, it's a toss-up for you. Parasite's saying that Impact is working on already what's a good game type for them, but I want to get your opinion on Search and Destroy and Capture the Flag.
Well, if we recall what Impact did in Anaheim for Search and Destroy, they brought out some really interesting Riot Shield strategies, especially on the map Meltdown. So that's going to be our second map. I want to see if they're going to continue with their strategies because we do know that they do like to hide some builds on stream. They don't want to show everything that they got, but you know, this is a pretty important match. So this is our first pro scrim. I think FaZe is going to take Search though. All
right, and then finally, real quick, it looks like our players are ready.
Yeah.
Who do you got for Capture the Flag?
Definitely Impact, without a doubt. I still think them and Complexity are the top two teams in Capture the Flag in the whole game.
Top two teams in the game right now.
And I love CTS. CTS is my favorite game type, but Impact, they're so aggressive and they make it work. It's awesome to watch.
Did FaZe take any games from Complexity when it came to CTF, or was that Complexity's one win?
If I recall, I think they won like 4-0 on CTF.
Wow. All right, so FaZe looking to take down Impact in one of their best game modes. It's going to be absolutely incredible. The players, we got Slacked on the wrong team, and we got Mr. John on the wrong team. As soon as they come over to the right side, we will be getting this one started. And, guys, I'm going to read a few tweets for you guys real quick. Let's see here. We got a tweet from VRITY. He says, this is the FaZe show. They're absolutely going to dominate.
Well, we know FaZe, they have a huge YouTube following, so they're sure to have a lot of fans. And Impact, they're usually not the fan favorite crowd.
Jake22 says it's going to be 6-4.
6-4?
Still in favor of FaZe. And I'm scrolling through here, guys. I got just a wall of FaZe fans. I don't know what they did against Complexity on the last pro scrim, but it seems that everyone in the Call of Duty community is going to be cheering for them right now.
Yeah, and not only that, but the YouTube guys of FaZe, they love to promote their competitive team. They think that this is, you know, the best FaZe squad they've had in a while. And, you know, they're showing against Complexity. There's definitely a good indication of that.
All right, well, looks like we still got an issue. Rev, why don't you go ahead and throw on that headset real quick, figure out what's going on in the lobby. In the meantime, guys, I want to remind you, make sure you guys are supporting these teams and following on Twitter. They're always sending the messages, letting you know when they're streaming, letting you know when you can tune in for their practices so you can get to learn how to play like a pro. For Impact, it's going to be Impact_COD for Call of Duty. And then for FaZe, FaZe is actually a very large organization. They have their YouTube sniping team, but you're going to want to follow @FaZe Competitive. That is their pro team that they send to the MLG tournament. So give them a follow. It looks like Revan was able to sort out this issue.
I plugged in my headset, was about to talk to the players, and they just
switched over for you. Good to go. All right, well, Rev, I'm good to go. Let's get game number 1 started. It's going to be Standoff Hardpoint. The first map I've commentated in 2 weeks, so I'm pretty excited about this one.
That's right. You're not going to be rusty at all.
No,
if anything, I'm here to carry you.
I appreciate that.
I got your back.
That's why I brought you back, man. I appreciate that. All right, well, here we go. We're heading to Standoff. If you guys don't know how Hardpoint works, it's basically a King of the Hill style game mode. You're going to want to get inside the designated territory. The team that scores 250 points of uncontested time is going to take the game, or the team with the most amount of points at the end of 10 minutes will be our winners. And we're starting things off with Killa, and immediately, Rev, we got to switch up the rules here. What happened there? Play lag out?
I think maybe a player just wasn't ready or maybe had the wrong class sets on. But if you guys are wondering who we're going to start the game off with, we're going to go on board with Killa. I said it at Dallas, and I'll say it again. He's the best hardpoint player in the game.
Number 1.
Yeah.
And what separates Killa from everyone else out there?
He's all about the objective. And not only is he about the objective, he makes the kills happen. You always see him leading the pack. He leads the team into the hardpoint, and he just makes the kills happen. He's just a fantastic submachine gun player, and we're going to see him in action tonight because he's going up against some really good submachine guns.
So as the guy who gets into the hills first, is your job to kill? is your job to scout. What is Killa going to be focusing on during every single one of those engagements?
I think it's mostly about scouting, but Killa is just so good that he's able to make the kills happen as he's scouting out as well. So he's going to be flying into the hard point. He's going to be like, okay, there's a guy here and here. Well, if I can kill one of them, that's an effective trade for me. But Killa, we usually see him pick up 2, maybe even 3 kills inside the hard point.
All right. Well, Huddle's still in his party. Everyone else is good to go.
Let's give him a warning. I'm going to start up. Okay, so Huddle might have lagged out. So we'll just get him back in.
We'll just get Huddle back in the action and get it started. Once again, this is kind of the rematch of the MLG Dallas Grand Finals. Impact was able to take out Unite Gaming. That's 3 of the 4 members of FaZe. And that would 6-4 or 6-2 in that series overall.
Yeah, and if I recall correctly, I think Unite took some CTFs and took 1 CTF and 1 search and destroy off of them, right?
So no hardpoint against Impact so far.
But, you know, things are different this time around because Impact has a new player.
Yep.
And so does FaZe. They got replays. But Slack said that replays fills in Clayster's shoes pretty darn well.
All right. And that was actually didn't click until you just said that. If replays can do exactly what Clayster did, FaZe is without a doubt going to be incredibly fierce on LAN. Definitely already looking strong online. But replays, there's some pretty big shoes to fill from Clayster.
And Clayster had an amazing event at Dallas. I remember the search and destroy where he had, what, like 17 or 18 kills? You know, even though he did have the FAL in his hands, he's still just as good with the ME.
All right, so once again, just waiting on Mr. Huddle to get into the action, and then we will get this one going. Rev, who is your prediction overall for the best of 11 series?
I think we're going to go all the way to map 11, but I think the FaZe guys are going to edge out the win.
I'm calling a 6-4 Impact. They're going to be playing angry tonight after that first loss.
Okay, well, Huddle's joined the lobby. The game has started. We're about to enter the first map. Standoff Hardpoint. FaZe going up against Unite.
I'm ready for it. Let's bring it on once again. Heading back to Kyrgyzstan, some country that I can't pronounce. It's Hardpoint. It's King of the Hill. Lock down the territory. Get the points, and you will do the work. We're going to be kicking it off with Killa. Revan says he's the best player in Hardpoint, and we're about to show you why. He's got John instead of Karma, though, working with him as the lead Slayer, and it looks like he's going to have Miracles working as his duo. And look at that 3rd streak that Killa has equipped.
He's feeling pretty confident here, and he's going to get 1 kill there onto Huddle to open things up, but he's already switched up his class from what we're used to seeing. Usually you see the Impact guys play fairly greedy with only lightweight and then 2 third perks, but he's throwing on the flak jacket here, which of course is going to save him from all those grenades.
All right, so Kill was taken out at the start, but not before he was able to get 14 seconds. Now you see Killa's teammate Miracles taking over control of the Brown House with his SMG. He's got the MSMC. He's going to send Killa upstairs and really just try and lock down this bottom 4. Revy, what's the strategy Miracles is employing right now?
Well, they're just looking to hold on to wood right here. It's a very key position on the map to hold, and now his job, now that there are 20 seconds left in the current hardpoint, he's going to be pushing out the gas station alley. Oh, got a nice kill there on the replays, but if he pushes out the alley, look at where all the FaZe guys are rotating. They're going up through the alley, so he's just kind of catching them mid-rotation.
And of course, Revan is going to be rotating through the mini-map in the bottom right-hand corner. Of course, all the action's going to be on the left side, but when you're a commentator, you focus on the bottom right, and all the expert Call of Duty players will do the same thing. You can see the blue arrows, that is going to be the FaZe squad. The yellow arrows, that is going to be your Impact lineup. At the moment, Impact has control, but look at the direction all of those blue arrows are coming in from. They're trying to swarm from all direction. But Rev, 40 seconds to 11. Impact's doing a pretty phenomenal job locking it down.
Kill is actually pretty close to his dogs right there. He was on a 7-kill streak, and he was working on juggling the hardpoint, but he's got the Hellstorm, so he's got the Lightning Strike, which is certainly going to help out. Nice shots there from John. Let's see what the new member from Impact can do.
Now, John first broke out on the scene with Black Ops 1, correct?
Yeah, he was actually the breakout player of the year.
So since then, he's been playing with Fear at the very start of the year. Fear didn't have the best performance. Then he went to join Evil, where he played with Spacely and Huddle. They didn't have the best event, and Anaheim either. So really, he's looking for his first strong performance of 2013. He's hoping that this is the lineup to do it with, and really, if you have a choice of all the teams out there on the pro circuit, Impact would be my first pick.
All right, nice knife there from Slack, but Killa is going to take over inside the hardpoint. Still has his Lightning Strike and Hellstorm. He's most likely going to save them for some later hardpoints, but Impact, they've just taken the lead, and look at the kill feed. Both these teams are just back and forth. Killa, I'm not sure why he got out of the hardpoint. Definitely needs all the time right now, but you know, it's getting to that time, 30 seconds. Look at how far away Impact is spawning. If they want to try to, you know, reach, oh, wow!
Killa getting the quick knife kill there on Spacely. Unfortunately, Huddle with the pistol is going to come in and clear him out. Let's jump on board with Parasite. He's the anchor, and Parasite with the M8 is going to be in charge of stopping the rotation here from FaZe. Let's see what he can do from the statue.
Yep, Hellstar Missile going to come in. I believe it's going to be replays calling this one in. Oh, doesn't actually connect with the kill, and that's actually a bit unfortunate because these kills in rotation are so important, but Impact, they're not getting the favorable spawns. Puckett, take a look at that minimap. It's going to be John trying to contest. He takes control of the hardpoint as the lightning strike comes in from Killa, giving him some support, but here comes FaZe, but John getting a beautiful spawn right here.
Yeah, this fantastic spawn, and the reason he got it, he had 2 players over at the boxes hooking it up. Now, what you're going to see Impact do is push over here and try and lock down the barn. That's going to stop any spawns, and then that's going to force your opponents to push through boxes. Only 1 door to get in. It's going to be so tough, but FaZe, they're aware of it. They're pushing heavily on this barn side, and Parasite just went down. Let's see what Spacely and crew can do. Killa seems to be the last line of defense there with Miracles.
Yeah, now hopping on board with Spacely, and they broke this hill pretty much perfectly if they're going to be able to get in here. Nice job, but Parasite, he's going to be in there, and Huddle gets taken out as well. Impact, they got a fairly close spawn, and Killa's inside the hardpoint right now, but he used both of his score streaks, and they're not going to get the rest of the time. Slack working on his, running out of ammo. He
Everyone dying there in the score, but as you can see on the scoreboard, 91-21, a 20-second advantage in favor of Impact. And Rev, I would love to see what's going on with our official scoreboard. Who's got most kills at this point? Who's got the best performance? Killa, like you said, 10, make it 16 kills already, 5 captures, 4 defense. He's doing all of the objective, and he's the leading slayer in the game. Phenomenal start to this best of 11.
Yeah, we see him getting cleaned up there, and it's going to be a Hellstar Missile coming in from FaZe, but there are no players from Impact inside the hardpoint, so a bit of a wasted score streak here as Impact, they're going to retake the hardpoint. And take a look, they're making a big focus to hold down Wood right here, Puckett. John's going to be holding control of here. Ooh. He eventually gets cleaned up, but whenever you're controlling that middle hardpoint, you really want to try to get control of Wood.
I'd love to just sit on John for a life or two, Rev. Let's see how he's fitting in with this Impact lineup. We know how everyone else on the Impact team plays. How is he making the transition? Because he's seeming to have some tough situations where he's running into 1 or 2 players of FaZe at a time.
Ooh, nice job there. He picked up the kill on Slack. That Slack was trying to push out the alley. But John, he's got some pretty big shoes to fill. Karma, he's widely regarded as the best player in the game. Nice shots as he picks off Space from the head glitch. But no one has taken control of the hardpoint just yet. Now we see Killa. He's going to be making some entry kills here. Finds one up top. There's a player down low as well. It's going to be Spacely. But is he going to be able to pick up the kill? Nope. He gets cleaned up as Impact. They're going to still retain control, though. Nice
little triple there from Killa, though, inside the hardpoint. And really, they're not giving up any more time, pulling away from that 20-second lead, trying to make it about 30 at this point. And here's another play as John is going to push up top, clear out the green roof, and finally he'll be cleaned up. But it's up to Impact to lock down this blue warehouse. Killa only has to beat 1 player, and he's going to get the final 17 seconds with that kill. Everyone from FaZe is already rotating to the next hardpoint. 4 minutes left on the clock. Is FaZe playing this one a little bit too cautiously, or is this the right play?
No, this is the right play. They rotated perfectly, and they've obviously won the rotation here, as you see on the minimap. And I want to see what this guy Huddle can do. He's impressed me at both events he's played at, and he's going to be in charge of watching back alley here. He's unfortunately going to get cleaned up, but it looks like Slacked is working towards his score streaks.
So Slacked up top on a 3-kill spree, about 2 kills away from getting his lightning strike. There's another one on the window, as he is going to be on a 4th streak now. Knife out at the front window. Getting the call-outs that a player may be coming up his stairs. It's actually Miracles directly below him. If Miracles wins that gunfight, Slack has to check his left, but for the meantime, great coverage. Finally, Miracles breaks in, and a nice push from Killa and Miracles to take over for the last 30 seconds. And FaZe, once again, they're already rotating, and this is just too easy time. Impact is loving it.
Well, I mean, if you look at the spawn point they got, they spawned really far at packages, and there are 26 seconds left on the current hardpoint. So it would have taken them maybe 10 to 15 seconds to make an effective push, and at that time, it's just not worth it. So they're going to invest in a setup here and take a look at where they're focusing on. So
go full screen with that mini-map for me.
All right, so they're really focusing over near the back hay balls. And this is great, because obviously it's going to give you control of the spawn points, but you're forcing the other team to come through packages, which is a single doorway they have to watch. So great setup coming from the FaZe guys, but they're eventually going to lose control as it's a hop back into the action here. Parasite, wow. He's on a 6 kill spree, and he's got his score streaks to work with, Puckett.
Yeah, big plays from Parasite. He got 3 of them since we last checked in, and that's going to earn him the streaks. He's got about 2 more kills to get his 3rd streak, and we'll see what that is after the EMP. Rev, with 2 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock, and now seeing that he did get his third streak, the War Machine, the grenade launcher. When do you want to start calling those down? Do you start calling them when you have the advantage like they currently do, or do you want to wait for an outside hardpoint?
Well, he's using the War Machine to break this and try to get the scriber time, but it's not going to work out as, you know, Replays came in and cleaned up shop. Now Miracle's going to fight back. But definitely the next hardpoint is where we're going to see the Hellstorm missile. But I think he should really save the Lightning Strike, because as you see, we got a pretty close game here. So if he uses that Lightning Strike properly, he's going to be able to break the setup on the last hardpoint if need be.
I like your strats there. We got about 100 seconds left in the game. Miracle's doing work at the tank. Meanwhile, Parasite is going to call down his Lightning Strike already, it looks like. Trying to stop the FaZe players in transition. Is able to pick up one, but not the amount of kills he was hoping for with that score streak. Parasite already going to start the rotation. And why didn't he make his move all the way to green yet? Is it because there's still 30 seconds left on the clock? His team needs to fight for every second here in the center?
Yeah, also Miracles has the score streaks. He calls in the Lightning. He's going to clean up shot. But if they got the final time on this hardpoint, then it's going to be mathematically impossible for FaZe to come back. So that's why he didn't rotate as early as we saw previously.
All right, Hellstorm's coming in. Now that one is going to be Parasites. Doesn't pick up any kills. Miracles on a 4-kill spree, though, is working on a second set of score streaks. And in the meantime, it looks like this game is just getting out of hand. 50 seconds left on the clock, about a 50-second differential. FaZe needs every second on this next hardpoint, and I think it's now mathematically impossible for FaZe to take game number 1.
Yeah, with initial control going to Impact, John's going to seal the deal here. But let's take a look back at our scoreboard again. Wow, 33 and 25, Killer really shining here. And, you know, a question for Impact since Karma left was, who's going to pick up all the kills? Because Karma was definitely their star player, and Killer's like, whatever, man, I'll just kill everything.
I like it. Spacely dropping 12 captures, only 2 defends, though. 8 defense from Slacked is the key number, but it's Killa with 10 captures, 9 defends, 36 kills, and only 25 deaths. He's going double digits positive, double digits in terms of captures, and he's 1 defend away from getting double digits in that category as well. What a great game from Killa as he leads Impact to our Game 1 victory.
Hey, that's why I say he's the best hardpoint player in the game. He does the dirty work, which as an objective player myself, I could definitely respect. So he's actually on your final kill cam here. Nice shots, picks up that player head glitching over near the dumpster. But Impact, they take the first map, which I think was expected since, as we said last time, you know, these two teams matched up. Granted, Clayster was on the other team. They didn't win a hardpoint.
Yeah.
So Impact definitely shining. I think Hardpoint's their best game tonight.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for game number 1. It is 1-0 Impact over FaZe. We're going to a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's game number 2. Search and Destroy is coming up next.